if they have. I don't know if they have balls on the other side.
I got the competition.
Yeah. Yeah. They need seats.
Along the line over there.
Yeah, and they're in behind the goal. I need to more forward.
Against you.
There's only two options.
It's okay.
Yeah. Do it again. More. Do it like you can actually survive. Yeah. Push it like you can change the direction. There's a hell of balls over there already.
How's it?
Yeah, there's a hell of balls over there.
Go, let's have fun today. Here we go. Here we go.
That's big.
Players of these playing for today's match. Number 3, Cameron House, Number 4, Christina Samuel. Number 5, Michael Ryan, Number 8, Anna Lucia Perez. Number 11, Lucia Lucia. Number 15, Number 16, Number 17, Catalina. Number 18, Number 19, Number 23, Elena Lozano. Number 24, Marina Lozano. Number 33, Marina Lozano. Number 28, Sophia Lozano. Number 30, Alejandra Lozano. Number 71, Victoria Lozano. Number 77, Lee BKT. Number 90, Mona Reyes.
Hello, good morning everybody, and welcome to the to another day of lacrosse we have here in Prague. My name is Timothy Graham.
And I'm Annie Parker, here bright and early this morning for the rematch between Poland and Spain.
Yeah, much anticipated match here. Their last game, they both tied each other. So I'm guessing both the fans and the players want to have a little bit of closure from that last game.
No, for sure. And I think also Poland, as we can see going through the roster here, that's Kenzie Streby, number 1. You could see there, but Poland had an incredible game yesterday against Israel, coming away with the win after some fantastic game management from the sidelines, from their head coach, James Watts. They held the ball in attacks, playing possession for about 5 to 6 minutes. They started off pretty early. I was quite shocked, actually, that they started so early on playing possession in that final quarter. But they did a fantastic job coming away with the win. Their MVP from that game, Klara Domachowska, with an incredible set of stats for 3 goals, 2 assists, and 100% success on the draw yesterday. Really well deserved for Klara. In terms of what they might be looking to improve on, they were even on draw control with Israel, something they might be thinking about today. But Israel were better than Poland on the ground balls, so they'll definitely have discussed that, particularly as Spain are such a speedy team. But this is going to be a really, really exciting game. Tim, can you tell us a little bit about what their last matchup was like between Poland and Spain?
Oh, the last matchup, it was fairly close. All the team stats were very similar, only real differential by about 2 or 3, whether you're looking at ground balls, draw control, shots missed, shots in general. So it was a really evenly matched game. Poland, we had Mackenzie going 3 goals and 3 for 4 for draw wins. Klara with 2 goals and Susanna with 2 goals, and then Roxana having a 58% save rate, only allowing 8 goals and gaining 11 saves herself, as compared to her season stats where she was 48% from the save, along with allowing 33 goals and 30 saves.
The national anthem of Spain now. And that was the national anthem of Poland now. Teams will now greet each other on the field for the second time in this tournament, following a draw just a few days ago. And I don't know if they'll exchange gifts on this one because they've already met. They've already given each other gifts. So
yeah, it doesn't look like they will. They're just going to share good luck to each other and get on with this game that both of them want to win. Yeah, back to the stats from the last game that these two played. Spain, their top goal scorer in that game was Cristina Alcover Tovar.
Yeah, she had a fantastic game, didn't she?
Amazing game.
She was unbelievable.
Yeah, 5 goals in that game. She only has 6 goals in this entire event, so that was definitely a great game for her.
But also, I think Poland really failed to recognize her in the hole, right on top of the crease. She was there free several times. So, but I think the Polish will pick up on that. They would have watched their game against the Spanish yesterday in the evening prior to this game today, so we should expect a strong performance from them against her.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we also saw that in this last game, their top goal scorer, number 5, Marta Bravo, did not make a single stat in that game. No goal, no assist, no draw control win.
Yeah, she had a couple of really fantastic games earlier in the tournament as well. So I imagine she'll come out fighting, ready to prove herself again against the Spanish, rather against the Polish. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and then you also have Catalina Budguera with 1 goal, 1 assist, and then 6 of 16 draw wins during that last game, as well as Uxue Rodriguez, the goalie for this team, 43% save rate in that game, only allowed 8 goals. And got 6 saves, doing better than how she has done throughout this tournament with only a 38% save rate. So this should be another very close game.
Yeah, you can see from that last game between the two nations competing here today that everybody seems to be rising above their tournament average. They're really rising and bringing up the level of their lacrosse to meet the challenge that one another bring on the pitch. It'll be very, very exciting to see how they come out here in Prague. Some of the fans in the stand there. An early start from them, but it looks like we've got a couple more trickling in from the gates.
Oh, yeah.
What a beautiful morning.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, it's like totally blue, actually. Definitely means I'm going to get burnt.
Oh, yeah. No, me too. Good thing I brought sunscreen. This first quarter is about to start. We have number 17, it looks like, for Spain, Catalina.
And Roxana Dubika. Saw a fantastic performance from her yesterday against Israel, coming up with almost half the draws that she was involved in. Here she goes again.
Winning another draw here.
Just fumbles the ball out of her stick before meeting the defender there.
Catalina marking her there.
Oh, she went the wrong way. Oh, no.
Oh.
Something that's very common at a high school level, but you see it even happens at an international level once you're kind of just in the zone. Forget that you switch at every quarter.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Klara Domachowska. Kenzie Strebe, that was a great feed there. Good opportunity.
She's going to get a chance here to put some points on the board for Poland.
Nice and early as well into this game.
Oh, yeah.
And shot and scored for Kenzie Strebe, their top goal scorer in their game against Israel. She strikes again, putting points on the scoreboard. Really nice and early for Poland. Poland lead against Spain 1-0 in this first couple of minutes of the first quarter. Just to tell you a little bit about the top goal scorer there, Kenzie Strebe. She comes from Gahanna Lincoln High School over in the States and plays for Major Force Lacrosse Club and is committed to Florida Southern College, a 30-time Division II NCAA championship winning university. So watch out for her over the course of this game. Some really impressive physical drives from her. We can really expect them over the next 45 minutes or so.
Oh, yeah, her coach at Florida Southern definitely watching this game with intent. Happy with what he's been seeing here so far from.
Oh, for sure. She's super consistent, actually, throughout all of their games. She's been a real integral part of the Polish midfield.
Yeah, right now, Spain has the ball. Sofia over to number 18, Anne.
Here comes Klara Domachowska on the defense. See that shooting space there, a little bit of a contentious wording by World Lacrosse in the umpiring rules. I've had many a debate between different officials over whether you should be called for shooting space if you have your back to the ball when you're marking somebody behind, but ultimately the rules of lacrosse are there to make the game safe. So the umpires have called that would be shooting space, because to take that shot would be dangerous for the player not aware of the ball standing directly behind them. Kenzie Strebe for Poland here.
Marking Anne, number 18. Getting it out to, it looks like, number 23.
Here we go, Spain have an opportunity here, shooting space on 24, Aphrodite.
Bring granted for number 5, Marta. Marta is this team's top goal scorer in this whole event.
Here we go, and there she puts it away. Already this game is looking really exciting. There was a long Spanish possession there, but they really took their time. Fantastic patience from them in the attack to bring it to even. Poland 1, Spain 1 in the first 5 minutes of this first quarter. Good energy from the Spanish to our right. I'm sure you can hear it on the stream. Now the Spanish are, no, my correction, they're not overloading their defense. The Spanish are just taking a bit of time to set up.
The coaches hyping up their players. They're all definitely excited to be up this morning. number 4, Roxana with the ball here.
Roxana Dabika.
Over to Clara.
Kenzie Strebe, opportunity here. What power,
Wow.
unbelievable as the angle fades.
Just rip and twine right there. Able to get it to the broad side of the goal. Amazing shot.
Yeah, just absolutely clear of any Spanish defense there. They've really let her go there. Look at this fantastic ball movement across the top of the fan. Shot, beautiful, beautiful shot from Kenzie Strebe.
Yeah, no real contest to stop her there. Just kind of watching her take that shot, hoping that the goalie can stop her, but so far she's not been able to.
You know, I think they've got a really strong trio there between Klara Domachowska, Roxana Dabika and Kenzie Strebe in the midfield, but also as their top midfield drivers, setting themselves up at the top of the van. It's going to prove really difficult for the likes of Spain and some of their more notable defenders, Sophia Rhodes Lorenzo, for example, of Cobham Lacrosse Club and goes to high school at Claremont in the UK. I was speaking to Klara Domachowska after their game against Spain, and she was speaking about how intense Sophia Rhodes Lorenzo can be in positioning herself around the midfield circle. So just watch out for that on your screens at every single draw about how those two are battling it off even before the whistle goes. Poland with the transition now. Picked up by Poland. Taken, settled. Now watch out for Zuzana Stasiak. Her height she uses beautifully and has continued to do so in this tournament so far. Here comes Klara Domachowska. Unlucky there. She did a fantastic job to get through Spain's defence. They're struggling with the contact and not able to slow her down on her drives at the moment.
Usway over to Sophia. Sophia dumping it down to number 90, Nerea. And that is intercepted by Polish defense.
Yeah, we've seen that the Spanish struggle with their transition a little bit, relying on quite individualistic play sometimes to use the speed of some of their straight defenders to transition the ball up the field. But great check there from behind by 5, Marta Bravo of Spain. She charges up the right-hand side now. Faces some strong opposition from Poland. Great defense there to read that throw.
Oh, yeah,
Here comes Spain again.
Ane getting the ball.
Good swing here.
Ooh, dangerous pass there.
Yeah, a little bit risky. Good look there from Sophia Rhodes Lorenzo to Catalina Gonzalez.
Catalina Gonzalez doing pretty well in this whole event, but has been a little quiet recently. Let's hope she can heat up again and get her team a win.
Yeah, I think, in their previous games, because Spain usually relies so heavily on her for drives, it's been picked up by other teams, and so they've really kind of blocked her out the game. That's why I think she's been so quiet, is because they put up some of the top defenders. You can see that Kenzie Strebe, one of the strongest members of the Polish defence, they put them up against her because they know that they rely on her so much for her speed. But hopefully we can see a little bit more from her today. Poland with possession now. Good transition, nice and early ball movement. Better re-defense from the Spanish.
Yeah, Amelia Pham with the ball. Got it over to number 7.
And shot scored. Honestly, Amelia Pham of Francis Parker School just making it look so easy.
Oh yeah, Poland.
She looks so casual. Like, watch this. Fantastic feed into the hole.
Oh, just beautifully placed there.
So chilled out. Awesome stuff from her.
Oh yeah. It looks like that extra game that Poland was able to play yesterday instead of Spain might have been more of an advantage than people assumed. For those who don't know, Spain had a day off yesterday while Poland played against Israel. So while Poland is still warm from yesterday, Spain should be well rested, but right now we're seeing that extra games experience on the pitch is proving to be very useful to all these teams.
That was Roxana Debika off from the draw straight away there. Brilliant defense from the Spanish there. Very effective double team. We've seen that they've got a very, very strong bucket defense. Fantastic interception.
Great defense there from Lily Quinn.
Klara Domachowska tries to scoop up the ball.
Cannot keep possession.
Just misjudged that pass there, and it will cost Poland possession.
Yeah, Lily Quinn Petzold will take this out for Spain. Passing it to number 18, Anne. Anne dumping it to number 8, dumping it to Catalina.
Catalina Gonzalez dictating play now. We might start to see some more of these isolations. Yeah, watch this run up now. Look at the space on the right-hand side that she's going to have.
Oh, yeah. We don't see Strebe on her, so they're going to try to
Pick
take
two-man
advantage.
screen here. Rolls off well. What a shot there!
Wow, from a great distance. She really put that in there in the bottom right, or bottom left corner.
Fantastic pair work between Spain. The pick set by Anne Aparicio. 18 from Spain. It was really effective, and she rolled off there. She was free for a little bit because Klara Domachowska had her head turned towards the ball. Got a fantastic shot there from Catalina Gonzalez.
Oh yeah, Aparicio really just made that happen for Catalina, able to get her on the scoreboard once again.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Seeing Spain start to develop some of their two-man game a little bit more effectively. We saw, Tim, as we came up to our communications tower this morning, that Spain have been practicing their diamond offense by splitting the field and splitting the fan down the middle and trying to keep their work within a half of the fan, which will be very, very effective to close down that space so that they can get used to working in a smaller space area. Be interesting to see if they start to employ that a bit more. We've seen an isolation with some pair work already by Catalina Gonzalez, but it'll be interesting to see if we see a little bit more of that to come.
Yeah, great double team there by Spain, but Poland was able to get out of it. Now we have number 10 for Poland settling, overthrowing number 7, and that's going to be Spain possession.
Just unlucky for the Polish there that it slightly misjudged the accuracy of one of the passes whilst they settled the ball. And this is where it starts to get tiring. You know, if you didn't have that option of settling the ball, given the fact that they've had an extra game yesterday, we'll see that starting to cost them in the third and fourth quarter as they get more tired. They really need, you can see the Spanish are making...
They're starting to call people in.
Yeah, they're starting to take time as well. They're spending a lot more time with possession.
Yeah, with 1:30 left in this quarter, they're probably just trying to get this tie and then get that momentum continuing to go their way in this for the rest of this half. Try to pull away from this game. Like Sophia right now, number 38.
Just making it through. She's got a step here. Oh, unlucky. Just needed to feed it in the space to which she was running to rather than behind her.
Oh yeah, the ball just tailed. She wasn't able to overcompensate for her moving to the right.
Definitely, but a great drive for somebody that is usually a straight defender.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like we saw some similar play from Anna Green yesterday in the England game against Italy. Very comfortable win for them, and what a shot! Top left-hand corner. Catalina Gonzalez really changing her levels of her shot. Watch this on the replay.
That was unbelievable.
Look at this massive run up as well. Dodges about in the perfect position, about a meter away from Kenzie Strebe and just rips it.
Amazing footwork there.
Fantastic. She had so much space away from Kenzie Strebe as well.
Oh yeah.
On that drive.
Oh yeah, like I was saying from the pass before that kind of tailed away. You can see the shot did the same exact thing. It was tailing to the to the left from the goalie. The goalie wasn't able to recognize that and just missed out. Wonderful goal there from Catalina.
Not easy to read either. Draw fails to go over the shortest players' heads, so they're going to have to reset that. The girls are struggling to get it up at the moment, really needing to use their legs.
Yeah, inside 30 seconds, so we're not having the time run.
Look at this. Watch the kind of cat and mouse play between Clara Domachowska and Sophia Rhodes Lorenzo here. They just run around each other all the time.
Lord.
It's so funny. Fast break for Poland, and shot scored! Again, beautiful use of her height, Susanna Stajaciak.
So quick from draw control win.
Just a little bit about Susanna. She currently plays for Poznan Hussars Ladies in Poland and is committed to Tulsa University over in the States for next season. Be very, very lucky to have her. She just uses her height so expertly.
Oh yeah, two Tuxalem players. Definitely, if they're still up over in the States, they're definitely watching this game, rooting for their new recruit. Hoping she's able to make a name for herself here internationally and bring that recognition over to their school.
For sure, for sure. Here we go, Roxana Dubika coming up with it once again. They're really dominating Spain in this draw control, but they're not able to keep possession for as long in their offense.
Yeah, Spain's defense has been doing pretty good when they haven't been.
Yeah, they're a really solid defensive team.
Oh yeah.
We've seen that throughout the tournament. Poland relying on a lot of fast breaks at the moment. And that is the end of Q1. Score is currently 4-3 to Poland. This is the kind of exciting game that we were promised following their draw just a couple of days ago in their pool divisions C. 2 new nations to this tournament. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes for the start of the second quarter.
The second quarter here is starting. If you're just watching us, Poland is leading 4-3.
Some stats update for you now, and she continues her dominance. Roxana Dubika has actually... Ooh, that's going to be a yellow for a check to the head. Hopefully she's okay. She's in a lot of pain at the moment. James Watts running over to her to make sure she's all right.
That was on Catalina.
And this is the kind of physicality, these are the kind of dangerous moments we were talking about yesterday in the Scotland versus Wales game, but also in the Ireland versus Scotland game. These kind of swinging checks, we've seen a lot of them, especially more since the Sixers game is played more now by these athletes, where the rules are slightly more relaxed and in line with some of the men's rules, meaning that the level of aggression is higher, and that's being kind of translated to the Sixers game, but also just at an international level anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's a high level of physicality. They have subbed out Roxana Dubika, but we can tell you a little bit about her stats. She has had 100% success on the draw for this game so far. That's 9 out of 9 for her.
Absolutely
Unreal.
insane. Yeah.
There's nobody else in this game, you know, at this tournament here that shows such impressive control over the draw as she does. Just incredible.
Oh, yeah. Both number 18, Aparicio, as well as number 17, Catalina, have both tried to get some draw control wins, and they just haven't been able to, despite having success in their past games.
I think that might have been a Polish timeout there, but we'll have a listen. They've got an ice pack on Roxana Dubika's head, but she is looking okay, smiling away, so I think she's fine. She has probably a bit of a nasty bash on the head, but she'll have a lovely lump, I'm sure, by this evening.
Yep, the Spanish team opting to go, it looks like a attack-defense meetings here.
Oh, I love that, absolutely love that.
Oh, yeah.
Just allows you to get so tight-knit. And the middies look like they've gone to the defensive side of things, actually.
Yeah, looking to probably play a little more conservative here.
Yeah, especially because the Polish are up 4-3. They need to focus on their defense, keeping that scoreline nice and low.
Yeah, exactly. We're also seeing a captain's meeting here.
It'll be about the level of physicality, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's always been about these past few days.
Definitely. Something about the draw there as well being mentioned.
Interesting enough, you don't really see a captain's meeting like this too often in
Not
other
this
sports.
early, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely not
exactly.
this early.
Yeah.
Not in other sports, you were saying?
Yeah. I mean, you don't really see captains getting together for the level of physicality in other sports, whether it's with contact or whatnot, just because, I mean, there's no real contact like that between the players and the refs.
Oh, I see. So they're not quite in as open communication.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you look at baseball, players and umps really don't like each other. Especially when an umpire gets a call wrong, you'll get a lot of yelling, and the umpire will just, if an umpire is a little on the egotistical side, so to speak, they'll toss the player or coach. So, but here in lacrosse, you have the officials really listening to these players, really taking their thoughts into account, trying to see what they see on everything. That's why you have these captains meetings, trying to make sure everything's safe, trying to make sure they hear stuff from both sides, making sure that they're as fair as possible.
Yeah, I think women's lacrosse is, you know, from what I've seen over in the UK, but also in the States and across Europe as well, umpires are super, super strict on chatting back to the refs and things like that. It's a very respectful community in the women's lacrosse community. You don't really see players getting frustrated or shouting and getting up in umpires' faces very often, because it's cracked down on very early at an early age. But also captains take more of a responsibility in terms of how their team behave than managers do, really. If you lead from the front as a captain, then the rest of your team will follow. Whereas there's that coach-player relationship that just doesn't come along quite alongside what a captain-player relationship is like. They're just very different dynamics.
Yeah, number 77 from Spain right now, Lily Quinn with the ball. Passing it to number 5, Marta.
Catalina Gonzalez back on the field now.
They're definitely going to get the ball to her here. That they did.
Poland just not able to take advantage of their man-down situation. We saw in the game against Israel yesterday that both Israel and Poland really didn't make the most of some of the man-down situations that they had throughout the game, as there were several of them. Hopefully we can see that they'll start to try and improve that going forward, because really they should be scoring really easily, because there's always going to be a player open. But they will struggle up against Spain because their defense is so strong.
Oh, yeah. That last shot there from Catalina looked like it was going to be up, but the goalie saved it anyway, adding an extra save to her stat.
Great check there from Poland, but bit of a panic pass into the air.
Looked like she was trying to get it to
for a lot of
Julia.
A lot of these girls struggle a little bit because it's that, some of them, it's their first tournament. They struggle sometimes with the pressure, but we've seen it greatly improved compared to the first day and the first couple of days for these teams. Girls who are making their debut really settling in. Here comes Spain, and shot and scored.
Wow, great
11.
shot there. Number 11, Lucia Diaz. Just a wonderful shot there with the assist from, I want to say number 5. But I could possibly be wrong.
Is that Marta Bravo? Yeah, it might have been from her. Let's have a look at the replay. I mean, beautiful shot though.
Oh yeah.
Just managing to keep her momentum from, stop her momentum from carrying her across the goal circle. We're seeing the Spanish attack a lot more fluid than it was in previous games. We haven't seen them use their diamond offense yet. But it looks like, that they've used that a lot in the tournament previously and have found that it's not as effective if Catalina Gonzalez is picked up by faster players. So it looks like they're opting for a more fluid, fast ball movement operated attack at the moment, rather than the very static one that we saw previously.
Here we have
Roxana Dabika back on after a head injury. Shots and good save by the Spanish keeper.
Uswe.
Oh, she read that clear very well indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the double sent by Poland now.
Uswe still able to hold on to the ball here.
Definitely saw her come out very far up, not quite as far as Sienna Parker of England, who was literally on this restraining line to our left yesterday. Lord. It was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
My heart was in my mouth. I don't know why they didn't just pass her off to lower defenders. But, it was a very nerve-wracking moment in the Italy game yesterday.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
71 from Spain does come up quite far. We've seen her get caught out a couple of times, caught in shooting space in their game a couple of days ago, but also caught having to absolutely leg it back to goal. So we'll see whether she changes her play from then, having been caught out several times. So it's a self-start there. She's previously recognised it. Watch this, here we go. We've seen the same thing again from her. Catalina Gonzalez is just so mature in the way that she plays. She knows exactly that outside the 11 is a self-start. She doesn't have to wait for the umpires to set somebody or clear the fan or clear the shoot. Well, usually the shooting lane, but if they're inside the fan, but they don't have to clear the shooting lane if she's outside the fan. She just knows that she can just turn and go, and she does.
Yeah, exactly.
Catching Poland off guard for the second time.
Oh yeah, no, she was walking one way, she noticed and just ran the other way.
Yeah, that's
Got
the
some
difference.
separation.
That's the difference between the seasoned players who know the rules to a T versus those who are younger. You can see that she just knows this game so well.
Oh yeah, wonderful
and takes
IQ.
advantage of it. Yeah, awesome lax IQ from her there. Spain coming away with one of their first draw controls against Roxana Dabika. I guess she can't win them all.
Yeah, you can't win them all, but she still has possession here. She was able to grab it.
Kenzie Strebe.
Over to Poland's number 18. Passing it back out to Strebe.
Look at Strebe's power here. Oh,
wow.
Just unbelievable from Amelia Pham yet again today. We saw, this is what I was talking about earlier, the 71, the Spanish goalkeeper, comes and jumps her a little bit too early, allowing her to essentially hitch. We'll see if she puts a hitch in there on the replay. I mean, essentially, she basically does, but she just glides past the right-hand side of the keeper. She's caught out because she's too active in coming towards her when really she probably needed to stay home and step towards her on that shot instead of trying to jump her out the crease.
Oh, yeah, exactly. When you're given that much space, if you miss, you know if you miss, that goal's going to be wide open. You just don't want to take that risk, even if you think you're going to get it.
She overcommitted on the non-dominant side when really she should have gone for her left-hand side, forcing her onto her left.
Oh, yeah, we've seen that from a few different players in this tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of them get frustrated and are very quick players, so they just end up overcommitting onto the wrong side, leaving the drive on the dominant side open. Saw that in the game against Scotland yesterday.
Yeah, Lily Quinn with the ball here. Passing it to Catalina. Catalina getting set in the top.
Calls to work the ball around. Right, here we go. We might be seeing some of the diamond offense, but they're cutting across the fan.
Maybe an isolation play here.
Yeah, isolation, here we go.
Yeah.
Timing a little bit off there.
Oh.
Number 18, Anna Aparicio, not able to set the pick there or the mirror effectively, but also because Poland's defense are just not hot on the Spanish as they cut through the fan. They're leaving like a 2 or 3 meter gap that's not going to allow for them to, send some pressure. It's not going to allow for them to stick check on the catch either. So they really need to tighten that up. I get that they're tired and their legs are heavy following an extra game yesterday, but they really need to tighten up in terms of blocking the cuts through the fan. They can't just let them go.
Oh,
and here
wow.
we go. Catalina Gonzalez again for Spain.
Great positioning from her there. Wonderful assist from number 23 as well. Elena Santana.
Look at that cut there. See, it's just not denied by Poland. They need to get in front of them and slow them down through the fan. They can't block them per se or push them off ball. They can make it difficult for them to get past to a degree. And there's a certain amount of leeway in those rules as well. Umpires generally choosing to give a warning if they see a little bit of off-ball blocking, through on the cuts through the fan. So you can get away with it a little bit to make it more difficult for the Spanish, because at the moment, Spain are coming back hard on the draws in the last 5 minutes of this half. Sofia Rose Lorenzo taking the ball behind the goal, making the decision to settle. You can see how much of Poland's really relying on these fast breaks to score goals at the moment. Spain are now up 6-5, and they've dominated possession in their third. Really taking their time. Great patience from them. Some confusion in the Polish defense. Oh, timing a little bit off there. And look, unbelievable opportunity, but just not recognized from Anne Aparicio. She's having a great game in terms of her positioning.
Catalina wanting a shot but couldn't get into a
quite,
favorable position.
Yeah, she was looking for 15 from Poland, Ursula, to try and get her in shooting space on the bottom right-hand side of the crease. She just wasn't able to because her foot wasn't actually inside the fan, I don't think.
That was a...
But also you see a lot of faking from these girls, kind of pumping. But really, rather than faking towards it to try and show their intent, what they should really do is just raise their, their back shoulder, looking to wind up power, and they'll get it much more effectively because it looks more dangerous. Whereas the umpires know that you're kind of pumping to kind of show, and it's a bit of a show rather than you actually going to take that shot. But if it looks dangerous, they're more likely to give it. Here we go, Kenzie Strebe, unbelievable from her, but just sticks side that shot into the Spanish keeper's right-hand side. Look at this. See, it's a very easy save that for the Spanish keeper, but a fantastic job from her. Great clear. Oh, just fumbled by Spain there.
Yeah, Natalia will get the ball here. Goalie, number 6, Roxana. Keep the ball here, looking to pass it out. Calling somebody over to her side.
Poland's cuts here at the moment, I'm just noticing they're not dynamic. They're not quick cuts. They're kind of trotting.
No,
Well,
there's
trotting's
only
a bit harsh, but they're just jogging through the cuts. They're not, you know, cutting off the defenders with speed or recutting, which is what's making their clear a little bit difficult because they're just running and jogging into space.
Oh yeah, Ane running through defenders here.
Spain might have been an empty stick check there, but not picked up by the umpires at this stage. Spain come up with it to their advantage.
Yep, that's Lucia.
Great redefense
the ball right
by Poland's number 22,
Yep.
Natalia Kowalek. We've seen some fantastic defense from her over the course of this tournament.
They're able to get it to Marta. Marta looking around for an open pass. Finds one to number 16. That'd be Elisa. Ball on the ground goes to number 3. Leah Cardman.
Yeah, we've seen this again, you know, looking at their stats, Poland's stats from the previous Israel game. Poland were down on ground balls, and I think probably the stats might show that they were down today as well. Hopefully they can pick that up in the second half and come out fighting. Great check there from number 2 of Poland.
Just ball didn't bounce to who they wanted, so Spain's going to keep possession here.
Poland are doing a really good job at keeping them out for so long at the moment.
Oh yeah,
But
Lily
they just
Quinn.
need to keep their discipline.
Yeah, Lily Quinn were looking for an open pass here.
Great check from Roxana Debika. Her stick was totally hanging open. We heard kind of ooze from the crowd, but that was completely legal because her stick was hanging way outside, just not protected well enough by the Spanish. But they're doing a great job to dominate possession in their third at the moment as a team.
Oh yeah, Susanna couldn't pick that off the ground, but was able to still retain possession.
Roxana Debika.
Debika to
Sophia Rhodes Lorenzo on Kenzie Strebe here. 30 seconds left in this half now.
So any whistle.
Klara Domachowska with her incredible speed. Dude, watch her go. Looking for the open player. The speed goes to the floor. Picked up by Spain.
Push it! Push! Annie, I need you to run it. Let's go.
Uxue.
Get it from us way. Us way.
Might just hold on to this for the rest of the period.
Poland hunting down that ball. And they hold it well. The Spanish with some fantastic game management in that last 30 seconds. So, thoughts so far, Tim? How do you think this is going to go?
I think it's going to go about the same way we talked about during that last timeout. Spain, they met up with their offense and their defense with the majority of their middies heading to the defensive side, looking to not play passively but play conservatively, get a lead and retain it, not try to build on any score, not try to be overly aggressive, not try to foul too much, put them in any more foul trouble. So yeah, I think they're just going to try to stay conservative while Poland is going to try to be as aggressive as they were in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's not quite clear if they're playing a small bucket defense, which is essentially when everybody sets out on the 11. They don't pressurize the ball, they don't sag in on the adjacents. They just kind of sit there and wait for them to come to you, sort of thing. But we've seen very good matching up of the strong Spanish defense against some of the likes of like Kenzie Strebe and Klara Domachowska. You know, they're pairing them up against one another very, very well, and I think that comes from their, watching Poland's previous games, but also having played each other before, something we saw Scotland a little bit fail to do. They didn't really recognise that from Wales yesterday in their game, but good to see that the Spanish have been very observant with that today, and I think it's working very effectively for their defence. They've got a fantastic defensive unit. They work so well together as a team. Oh
yeah, exactly. And then you also see Spain taking advantage of big mismatches. Like you said, Kenzie Strebe was marking Catalina for the majority of this first half, but whenever Catalina was able to get away from her and get to a mismatch, she had great opportunities and got goals on almost all of them.
Yeah, as well, Poland caught off guard by Catalina Gonzalez several times because of her superior knowledge of the game and the nuances that come with the rules on self-start. We saw some fantastic stuff from her as well there. It's like small, being very observant with the small rule changes that we get year upon year upon year. The rules around lacrosse are being changed almost every year, every 2 years, with some pretty radical changes to free movement and self-starting to try and bring it in line with the men's game ahead of LA 2028, the campaign for the Olympic, introduction of lacrosse. I think the phrase that they're going with is, what is the phrase they're going with? I've totally just forgot it. I've just had a total mind blank. I'll Google it over this half and then fill you in on it. Indigenous made, that's what it is.
Ah, yes.
It's globally played, indigenous made, or one of the other ways around. It's indigenous
I'm
made,
assuming
globally
it's the
played.
other one, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think so. So, it's the players that pick up on the advantages that they can take with those rules now that it's been, changed repeatedly year upon year. That's when you see the difference between people that play at a high school level, people that play at college level, and people that play at an international level. Spain doing really well, but it's such a close game. And I imagine that we'll see Poland come back out fighting, as they had some moments of where they've been able to keep the Spanish out really well in their defence. They just need to work on their transition now, spreading out a little bit wider, moving the ball earlier before Spain can get on top of them, and then taking more time with their possession in the attack, because at the moment it doesn't seem like they have a clear idea of what to do once they get down there.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, Spain doing great so far. Poland needing to stay aggressive, go for those ground balls, continue getting those draw wins like they have been doing earlier, and just getting the ball in the back of the net more.
Definitely. I think, as well, I think Spain have taken away a lot of lessons from their previous games as well. We talked more in their previous games about them just needing more time to get settled, and they have really, really dominated in terms of time spent in their attacking third, which makes all the difference, as we can see from the scoreline. But we will have the stats from our sponsors at Point Bench for you after this half-time. Just a couple more minutes now before the players return to the field, and we'll see you in a moment.
Welcome back to the Poland versus Spain first game of the day before we reach semifinals. We have a few different games here. One of those you're seeing here, start of the second half. Right now we have Spain leading Poland 6-5. Spain is going to be coming out here playing pretty conservatively on defense, just keeping the ball in front of them, making sure they have eyes on the ball and not letting the Polish offense advancing too much, while Poland is going to try to be very aggressive on defense and offense, trying to get open space, open separation, or an open passing lane for an easy goal.
That's going to be a check to the head there. It's going to be a yellow card. For Sophia Rhodes Lorenzo, which will give Poland an opportunity. It'll give Klara Domachowska an opportunity to even the score now. Spain only with a 1-point lead at the moment. Here she goes, and she scores. Brilliant shot there. Beautiful bounce shot. She just knows this turf so well. Fantastic little pocket rocket for Spain, not Spain, rather. For Poland. I said
yeah.
Spain there, Poland and Spain. Poland.
Yeah, Poland tying up the game here, keeping it competitive.
She mentioned she has a foot injury at the moment, but you really, really can't tell at all. She had the game of her life yesterday, earning an MVP for 3 goals, 2 assists, and an 100% success on the draw in their game against Israel yesterday. In goal for Poland at the moment is, I think that's 6.
Late to the draw, we're going to have...
Saj.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Delay of game there by Spain.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to cost them this opportunity. Poland dominating possession early into this second half. Look here, you've got some marking out of the game going on for Roxana Dubika by Spain, right at the top of the restraining line. She's being isolated out by Spain. We saw a little bit of that in the last quarter as well. Look, confusion there for the Spanish defence. What a fake from Klara Domachowska. Here we go, oh my gosh, unbelievable from Mackenzie Strebe.
What a 1-2 strike there to start this this third quarter out. Poland, from 1 behind, moves 1 ahead very quickly in this first quarter.
I was just saying, Klara Domachowska, she just threw this massive fake that confused her own teammates, but also the Spanish in the centre. There were 2 pairs working in the hole on top of the crease, and it gave Kenzie Strebe that opportunity. Fantastic and convincing fake from Klara there. Just unbelievable play from her over the last 2 days in particular. You know, Poland just don't seem phased at all about the fact that Roxana Dubika is being marked out, so they're having to play 5v5 in the fan at the moment, which actually I find gives a lot more space when you play 5v5 rather than 6v6. It's a lot more space to drive, there's a lot more, you know, clarity in what you can see. So it's actually working to Poland's advantage here to have Roxana Dubika, because, you know, marked out the game, because they're just so diverse in the way that they attack.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then they're also going to get a lot more room in the over here by the crease, especially for an open passing lane to someone like Strebe, who is able to pull one, just line one on a rope, dead center of the goal, and just able to score almost at will.
For sure, it's going to be good as a push by Spain. Frustrating some of the defence a little bit there, but it looks like the Polish are going to go for a 3-2 setup if Kenzie Strebe, my apologies, Roxana Dubika is being marked out again right on this restraining line. They know how dangerous she is, but she's going to stay on this defensive defensive 2/3, and so they're going to play 6v6 again now. Here comes the height. Ooh, it's going to be a check to the head again. I don't believe, does she wear goggles? Let's have a look. Hopefully she's okay. She does wear goggles. Honestly, this just goes to show as well at an international level just how many checks to the head we've had in this game. And this is why, you know, countries like the UK are thinking about creating and making sure that goggles are mandatory. It's for this very, very reason. I'm sure that she would agree with me on this, that, you know, goggles have saved her eyes and her head, possibly her life, more times than she can count. Especially when you're in the attack. What a shot from her. Just beautiful the way she glides towards the goal there on the free position.
Oh yeah, Poland right now just running away from this game, having Spain take a timeout here early in the third. Right now, just no answer from Spain.
Yeah, they're really struggling with momentum at the moment because the Polish are coming so hard out on the draw, thanks to Roxana Debicka and her awesome stats on that draw control. Spain huddling up, trying to encourage some energy for them, but they're very, very low in energy at the moment. Not really expecting this sort of comeback from Poland, leading 8-6 against the Spanish, considering they started this quarter literally 5 minutes ago, at 6-5 up. They've now fallen behind to 8-6 down.
Yeah, right now the players listening intently to Rainey Whitworth.
Just to give you a bit of information about her experience, she played collegiate lacrosse from 2014 to 2017 at Southern Virginia University, graduating as a history major, but ranked second all-time scorer for the Knights with 92 goals and 52 calls turnovers, and she ranks third in all-time total points as well, of 105 when she was playing for them. She's also currently head coach there as well. The third head of women's lacrosse in the program's history. She's also lettered in volleyball, soccer, swimming and cross country in high school too, and is a big fan of Alabama football. Don't know if you know much about them.
Yeah, Alabama powerhouse football team. Anybody in the States who's heard of Alabama knows the names Nick Saban, one of the best head coaches in football right now for college. They also know all the quarterbacks that have been drafted from out of there, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, all those players. Just a great program. And now they have some real competition with Georgia, so I'm sure she's not too fond about Georgia right now.
See, these are all names that are just completely foreign to me as a Brit. Like,
yeah.
American football is never something I can kind of get behind. But interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a
Poland
cool
out with the draw again. Poland hoping for some more time in possession. Catalina Gonzalez was marking out Roxana Debicka up, but Poland had taken the decision, you know, if she's being marked out the game, okay, fine, we'll put her in the straight defense. Let's play some 6v6. We've got other girls who are just as strong as she is. I mean, really, they should be trying to tackle her on the draw. She comes across the restraining line now. She's back in the attack.
Able to stay out of sight from number 5 from Spain, who I believe was marking her, Marta.
Yeah, coming out really unpredictably across this restraining line.
Yeah, she was walking around there with no intent to cross. And
unbelievable from Kenzie Strebe. What a left-handed drive there from her. And you can also see on this replay, you know, this is one of the negative parts of marking somebody so intensely out the game. Number one, Poland have that diversity, but also, you might have seen, I'm not entirely sure whether you saw it, but Catalina Gonzalez, one of the strongest midfielders and strongest in the defense for Spain, was up by the restraining line, and I just literally just watched the crash not come from Spain because she's so far out up the restraining line. They'd be much better tackling Roxana Debicka in the midfield on the draw, or, you know, taking her on as a team together rather than trying to, you know, completely mark her out the game, whilst also essentially removing one of their best players out the game in the process. Here comes Roxana Debika on the draw again for Poland. Seriously strong draw taker.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure colleges will be looking at her talent. Look here, you can see it right here, there as well. Catalina Gonzalez so far up the field, just trying to mark out Roxana Debika. Here goes Clara Domachaska. What a crash from Spain there. Fantastic coming up with possession. Awesome team defense from them. Absolute credit to Rainey Tate Whitworth for her work with the defense of Spain. They're so strong in this tournament. One of the best defense in this kind of midfield kind of bracket in the tournament. Roxana Debika looking to cross that restraining line now. An exchange, there she goes. Communicated well by Spain. Here comes Roxana Debika. Oh, she just fumbles the ball. She knows she's got a match up here. She's going to burn them on the drive, but good footwork and good defense from Spain. Kenzie Strebe faces down Lucia Macchia, who goes out to meet her.
Yeah, they're doubling up on Strebe here, and
Strebe just loses that space she had able to drive. Clara also dodging a little bit late there, but she two steps backwards. Beautiful stuff from her. You know, that really allows her, if you take a drop step backwards, it allows you to, you know, have a bit of extra time whilst the defense respond to the fact that you're going backwards, and it allows you to see very clearly and improves your vision in the attack. So brilliant tactically from her there.
and now we're going to see a free position shot here for Roxana. Or I'm sorry, Pham with the...
Amelia Pham, she just makes it look so easy.
Oh yeah, great shot there from her.
She's a bit Ivan Lendl-like, actually. Do you know who that is in the UK?
No.
Ivan Lendl is like a very famous tennis coach who is just completely like deadpan, like regardless of anything that Andy Murray, who he used to coach, used to do. Even when he won Wimbledon, there was just like a smirk. There was like nothing, you know. I'm sure she's absolutely delighted, but she just looks so chilled out after that goal there. Just fantastic stuff from her. Very relaxed player, making it look easy, which is one of the hardest things to do, really.
Oh yeah.
Just a natural talent.
Roxana, 16 for 18 on draw wins.
Wow, I mean, that is just astounding.
Almost 95%. That is...
That's unbelievable stats. I could only ever dream of as a draw taker.
Oh my lord. Oh, she's
and she
gonna...
takes a tumble again for the second time this game. She's really going through the walls here.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a push by Spain.
You got Kowalik down there passing it off. Unable to pick it up here, having trouble.
Just a bit of nerves there from Clara, I think.
Yeah, now we have Marta.
One-on-one from Marta
here.
Bravo. Will she get it off? And she does!
Wow.
Spain
Great
coming back
score.
with a vengeance against Poland. Score is now 10-7 to Poland. Oh, hang on. What happened there? Oh, it was a crossover into the crease. I got way too excited, sorry. It was a great shot.
Yeah.
I'm like busy celebrating, I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah. We just see the net move and we're good with that.
So score, just to correct that, score is now 10-6. Goal disallowed for a crossover into the crease through the goalie circle after the shot. Just unfortunate momentum from her.
Yeah.
Just carrying her over the line.
Now we have...
Great defense there from Natalia Kowalek. She's on fire today. We saw her down near our side of the field, doing some great stuff on the boundary.
Oh yeah, Catalina right now with the ball.
She's in the running for my MVP, I think. Natalia Kowalek.
Definitely. I'd also say Roxana, just because you got to be a really good player for the coaches to say, don't let them pass the restraining line.
Oh, for sure, yeah, true. Very true. Well, let's see what the Spanish now do. I think this is one of their first or second opportunities, actually, in this third quarter, rather, to have possession and take their time with this third. Marta Bravo was free right there in front of goal.
That'll be free position.
Julia, number 17, just standing and watching there rather than, focusing on Marta Bravo and getting her way out of the free position. I'm not sure if that was intentional, whether their goalkeeper would rather that they have this kind of situation rather than somebody right on top of them on the drive with no defence, but it depends on the goalkeeper. Depends on who you ask. Great defence there from Poland.
Hey, here we go! Set it up! Set it up! TTS for the ball up top!
Held check there
Set it up!
from Poland. So she needs to be 4 to the side.
Set it up! Kata! C2!
No. It's okay.
C2!
The number 5 right now, Marta, with the ball.
What do you have? What do you have?
Kenzie Strebe, look at how she sets up on the right-hand
yeah.
side of her. That's some brilliant defence work there. Very, very, thinking about forcing her wide. Just textbook defence from Kenzie Strebe there.
Oh yeah, wonderful to read the situation and know exactly what the attacker wanted.
Unbelievable from
Catalina just
Gonzalez.
slams the stick down. Let's go.
Watch how closely she changed her hands over the top of her head here, all within kind of her shoulders, protecting the ball at all times. Look at this feed here. Beautiful, up, changing hands, over the top. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. But yeah, any high schoolers or college players watching, Kenzie Strebe there, that's literally the bread and butter of defence. It's all in the way that you approach. You don't want to set up square on. You've got to approach from an angle and direct them on an angle. She really took control there. That is the D direct in the A to D of defence. Poland are overloading the defence now with 4 of them behind the line.
Roxana with another win, bringing her total to 18 of 20. That's 90% on draw control wins.
I'm glad you can do the maths, Tim, because I can't. But really impressive from her. Here she goes now, trying to look for the step.
Just lost the ball. Picked up by
just forcing it a little bit there.
Lucia.
Here come the Spanish transition, looking a lot better.
And that'll be the third quarter. Spain down by 3 against Poland. What do you think Spain needs to do here?
They just need more of the ball, to be honest. They're doing a great job at keeping them out. However, they're just not getting that transition off. There's been a lot of turnovers in, the side of the field, very directly in front of us. They're struggling with the transition. They just need to move the ball a bit earlier, rather than trying to run through multiple Polish defence. But the Polish are doing a great job at redefending. They just need more time. We saw that in the first half. They had loads and loads of time, did the Spanish, in their attacking third. And they just need more of that to create opportunities. But also, I think, just a little bit more dynamic as well through the fan. They need to look a bit more threatening on those cuts through. There's a reason that people like Julia, number 17 from Poland, is able to just kind of watch the ball and stand there, is because they don't perceive the cutter she's supposed to be marking as a proper threat. So they're not cutting through the fan and creating space for one another. And the timing's a little bit off as well. So it's just all got to come together. They just need to refocus their heads in it. They have this, they have this opportunity here to come back at them in the fourth quarter. It is totally possible to come back from 10-7 down. As we basically just saw the Polish do exactly the same thing in that third quarter, totally dominating from the draw. So Spanish need to get that draw, get down there, and put some goals away in the back of the net off the fast break, even though they're playing very well in terms of their settled attack so far in this game.
Oh yeah, exactly. We've also seen another team, Germany, coming back from 3 down with 3 minutes left, or 4 minutes left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so if they could do it with 4 minutes, then Spain could definitely do it with 15.
Who was that against? Was that the Scottish game?
I believe that was the Scottish game
Yeah.
when they tied. Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, that was an intense game.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll have to see how this goes. It is any women's game at the moment. From a Polish perspective, Tim, what kind of stuff do you think they'll be thinking about here?
Poland just, I could see them keeping it aggressive, even though they were up at some point today, or during multiple points today, including right now. They just kept foot on the pedal.
Foot on the
Just
gas.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Foot on the gas. Sorry. It's been a long week.
It's okay. I know what you mean.
Oh yeah. No, but they're going to keep the aggression up. They're going to try to get the Spain team to make some mistakes.
I think also Poland have fantastic game management, as we saw in their game against Israel yesterday. They started super early, in my opinion anyway, at the end of the fourth quarter. So with 5 or 6 minutes is when they started to hold the ball in possession. You know, we saw some fantastic control from Klara Domachevska yesterday. Will they employ that same tactic now? But the Spanish have possession here. Catalina Gonzalez down the field. Great stuff from Marta Bravo.
Yeah, Marta.
Oh, an opportunity there. Good look
from
Elisa Neerhouse.
Yeah, just gets away from Anea Lucia. Now it's number 18 for Poland.
Poland using their speed
Bargozala.
individually to carry the ball up through. Very safe hands by number 18, Malgarata.
Toto! Illegal Toto! Let's go!
Here we go, opportunity for Poland. Flag's gone up, but she doesn't get it. You know, there's a communication thing there, I think, from the Polish side of the field. We see England, Scotland, Wales are very good at shouting when the flag has been given, so that teams know to take the ball behind the goal or to bring it back out and settle to get a better opportunity from a free position, because you lose that advantage as soon as you take that shot, because the attacking period has come to an end. So just need to be a little bit wiser from the Polish there, just in case the Spanish start to come back now. Let's see what they do. Catalina Gonzalez lining herself up here to create an isolation. Very static in the attack. Not much off-ball movement coming from the Spanish here. They need to occupy the Polish a bit better. This is what I was talking about the cuts coming through the fan and, you know, perceiving themselves as a threat. They need to be perceived as a threat to draw the doubles and to draw people away from Catalina Gonzalez if they're going to focus so heavily on her.
Yeah, right now, Roxana marking Catalina now. Doing great so far.
Shot and save. Shot to the stick side of the keeper. Roxana Saj with coming away from the Israel game with a 25% save success percentage. Back in goal for Poland today. Just intercepted by the Spanish there. Here they go now.
Oh yeah, that's Lucia.
Keeping it safe. Doing a great job.
Gonna get this out.
Safe. There we go. Moving the ball nice and safely.
Yeah, back out to Marta.
See, it's that kind of maturity from a more seasoned player that allows her to keep the ball rather than just panic passing like we've seen from other members that might be younger in this tournament. So great maturity shown there from Lucia Macchia. Yep, some confusion over the call there to the Spanish.
A little less than 12 minutes left in this quarter, and
Sofia Rose Lorenzo, here she goes. She's got awesome vision. Look at that. Brilliant stuff.
Able to get that to Lucia. Lucia driving that down.
They have a great partnership, those two. We've seen some fantastic doubles formed by them as well. Their leadership in the defense is fantastic. Communicating on this clear as well. Better transition from the Spanish now. Shouts have moved the ball from the Spanish sidelines. You know, they've recognized that this attack is quite static, needing to occupy, but also needing to turn defenders' heads because of the moving, changing position of the ball. Here goes Marta Bravo now. Looking to challenge for the drive. But looking for the off-ball movement, but it's not coming from the Spanish at the moment. They're very, very static.
Yeah, not a lot of off-ball
See, the
movement.
timing isn't great either. And the angle as well. That drive fades if you go through the right-hand side. She needs to start off on the left-hand side if she's a right-hand driver and allow her teammates to clear space for her, because at the moment they're just trying to go through the individual kind of pizza slice that they have, their individual channel, rather than working together to create more space than that to give her a run-up. Pushed by Poland, just losing their discipline at the end. They've kept them out for a long time now. Opportunity for Elena Santana, number 23 of Spain. She'll be thinking about the direction she's going to run in here. Unbelievable! Absolutely unbelievable physical attacking from her there. Rolling back off, the double dissipates from Poland and giving her a step round the side. What a roll there, look at this.
Oh yeah, that ball just
see the triple goes.
dribbled in.
Triple not able to react quite as quickly as she does. Fantastic free position from her. Really fought her way through with determination.
All right, we're at this face-off here. We still have Roxana doing amazing right now from the
check out Clara
draw control.
Dobachevska and Sofia Rose Lorenzo. They're facing each other off again on the circle, and it goes their way. Clara just not positioning herself in the right way, not trusting herself.
Oh yeah, that makes it. She is 20 of 23 right now on draw control wins today.
But Poland get that possession back very effectively in their third now, operating nice and wide, especially at the top. Restraining line switch coming for Kenzie Strebe. And Kenzie Strebe is actually open. So there's some confusion on the restraining line that you can't see just off camera. But she's got this free position opportunity now for Susanna Stasiak. Great save by the Spanish keeper into the hands of Sofia Rose Lorenzo from Claremont in the UK. It's going to be checked to the head as well, giving another yellow.
It will be a yellow for Poland.
Given by the trail umpire. So Poland are one down now, 10-8. You know, if the Spanish make the most of this, isolate that free player, find the free player amongst all the madness and chaos that goes on in a man-down situation. Let's see whether Poland choose to play a zone.
Looks like they're staying with
Yep, confusion from the Spanish as well. They didn't make the most of that opportunity. They were confused about how many players they needed to keep back there. So they've lost a bit of momentum. But here comes Marta Bravo. Some Polish players just slacking off their defender, risking 3 seconds inside the fan. Shot and a save.
Oh, great save there by Roxana.
Yeah, she's having a great game today, actually. Doing a fantastic job, despite her knee being in a brace from what it looks like from here. See Poland struggling with the transition. Great redefense on the ride from Spain.
Having sent back to the goalie.
Look at that clear. Oh,
wow. Great reach there by
beautiful stuff.
Shamal Godzada. Wonderful reach there. Feeding it to Zuzana.
That'll make a lovely Instagram post.
Oh,
with her
yeah.
hand. And the jump as well. I mean, just unbelievable stick skills.
Yeah, she's definitely going to ask the social media team for that photo.
Oh, for sure. It's just second nature, that kind of catch for her now at this level. Okay, Poland are now even. See, Spain not able to capitalise. It's something that some of these kind of teams in the midfield of this tournament struggle with a lot, is that game management side of things. They're very good at playing possession, but they're not so good at making the most out of one-down opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. And with how close this game is and how tough it has been to score this entire game, you would think that that power play that they had there would have been their opportunity to get closer or fully come back and tie up this game.
No, for sure, for sure. That was the Spanish advantage at that point. They just lost that. But let's see what they can do in the last 5 minutes here. Clara, I mean, look at the game management employed by Poland here, similar to the thing we saw yesterday. They've started very early in holding possession. Here we go. I mean, a great try. You know, that was worth risking losing possession for, because it was a fantastic opportunity for Poland. They're operating super, super wide. You can only really take 100% shots in those kind of situations, but it was worth the risk, given how free she was. Look at Kenzie Strebe now.
Ah, just couldn't grab it from the
Spanish
ground.
defense crumbling a little bit. We've had a couple of opportunities where there's been lots of free players, just not isolated by Poland effectively, but Spain really need to dig deep here and just continue what they've been doing from a defensive perspective. If they want to come back at this, they need to get this transition near perfect.
Yeah, Spain bringing out Catalina for these last 4 minutes.
Look at this transition looking much, much better.
Just tipped the pass.
They know they've got lots of time here, but she's going to go for the fast break anyway, and shoots and she
Wow.
scores!
Wonderful location there.
15, Aran, Asin. I mean, that was beautiful. The jump shot as well. Look at this, up and over the top of her defender. Just slipping a stick in between the double sent by Poland. Again, they're struggling with the contact, struggling with the momentum that they're bringing down the field at that moment. But we've seen some fantastic stuff from the Polish defense at keeping out the Spanish when they have possession. Spain are really having a good time down here, actually.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
tough with that. And then the score is now 10-9.
Yep.
Just a one-score difference. What do you think Spain is going to try to do here? Are they going to try to go with that diamond offense they were trying to, switch it up on Poland for this last score, or do you think they're going to go with what's been working so far this game?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they start trying the diamond offense if they've got time here. 4 minutes is a very, very long time, and they haven't really been effective in their fast breaks against Poland because of the speed of some of the Polish players. So I think they probably will try to maintain possession against the Polish, getting nice and wide, you know, doing what they've been doing, isolating Catalina Gonzalez. They have kind of changed it up quite a bit over the last, you know, this last game. Coming into this game, they're not as reliant on her as they have been in previous times, but they're going to keep that off-ball movement going very, very effectively, you know, making sure it's not too static. But I would expect from Poland coming out of this that they now try and exploit the fast break opportunities that they've had continuously throughout this game and just put away shot after shot after shot, because they have to get and extend this lead to a point of where the Spanish don't have enough time to set up properly in the settle that they do so well. It's not possible to kind of come back from that standpoint.
Oh yeah, exactly. And knowing that that Spain is going to be aggressive here, trying to get that last score within these last 4 minutes of the game, you're just going to you just know that Poland's going to look for all these mistakes and just try to capitalize on them to increase the.
Totally. They're not feeling secure, I don't think, from a Polish perspective, but they might play conservatively. You never know what they might come out with, but they might choose to hold it in the way they have done in previous tournaments. But I think, personally, given that Spain's defense is so strong, that is running a risk, because they could send the double very easily. Here they go, they're slowing their feet now, becoming a bit more static. Kenzie Strebe here. She's going to look for that drive. She's got loads of space. Perfect off-ball movement there. Shot, score! Wow. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Poland are coming out strong, putting balls in the back of the net because they have to extend that lead because 10-9 just isn't comfortable enough for them to hold the ball. But I imagine now that they've got 2 up on Spain, that they will now start to play a bit more possession. Maybe we'll see a couple more goals.
Yeah, maybe
in these last few minutes.
Yeah, maybe one more goal from them, possibly.
Yeah, you know, I think Poland have really risen, you know, above and beyond over the last couple of games that we've seen from them. We've really seen them mature in their game management. You know, credit to James Watts and their captains for their improvement consecutively over this tournament so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. And you just wonder if they were able to do these, or if they were able to improve a little bit quicker and possibly make it to the playoff, how they would look going up against some of these countries like England or Czechia or Germany.
Definitely, I think, you know, Poland is definitely one to watch going forward because, you know, these girls, I think, have 2 years until their World Championships. What a shot, there we go. Exactly the kind of game and management we'd expect from Poland at this stage. Putting balls away faster than the Spanish can recover from it now. They are now 3 up rather. 12-9 to Poland in the last few minutes of this game. But yeah, as I was saying, I think these girls have 2 years until their World Championships. So really want to watch in terms of development for this team.
Oh yeah.
Now that they've got such a strong, you know, upwards trajectory in terms of their performance acceleration over this tournament. It'll be very, very exciting to see how they do.
Yeah, the Women's World Lacrosse Championship is going to be held in Hong Kong 2024.
There you go. You know,
should be
me.
should be
so next summer then for the under-21s?
Yep. Yes, for the under-21s.
Yeah. So one to watch for next summer.
Double! Osway, step out! Step out, Osway!
There shouts from the Polish team to take the ball behind, which is the safest place for them to take it at the moment, because otherwise the Spanish will have a very easy run to goal. Look at Kenzie Strebe, and the goalkeeper caught in shooting space for the second time in this tournament. And I've warned about this before. She's getting the okay from her team to take this shot now. This is the kind of, you know, over-exuberant kind of goalkeeping that's dangerous in a tournament like this. And she makes that shot, arguably one of the most difficult shots when you've got an open goal. To not lose that side of things. Oh, but they might not allow it. Hang on. Bit of confusion for the refs there. Not sure what's going on. Maybe she was in shooting space. I'm not entirely sure there.
Try and chuck your stick. Get something to touch that ball. Something to touch the ball. Not your body. Something to touch the ball.
And she makes it again. Unbelievable stuff from Poland here, but Spain just caught out by the intensity of their goalkeeper coming so far out of goal, and that is going to cost them this game. You know, I don't think it's clawable back now for Spain at this point. It's just small little errors like that that really make the difference here. But ultimately, I think this has probably come down to the draw control from Roxana Debika that has actually sealed Spain's fate here. She has just been absolutely incredible. Score is now 13-9. Here comes Catalina Gonzalez of Spain. Here we go, and shot score by Spain, finishing strong with Marta Bravo. Finishing nice and strong for Spain.
All right, with just under a minute left here in the game, we're going to see both these teams finish out.
Let's see what Spain can do for themselves now. Let's see if they can get 3 in 40 seconds. It could be possible.
Yeah, they would
but
not.
they're going to have to pull it out of the bag now. It's going to have to be near perfect from a fast break.
Yeah, any possession from Poland basically ends that chance. It needs to be jaw control, shot, score.
Fast ball movement if they're going to settle this ball now. They need to ping it around the outside, moving the defenders' heads. But they're going to try for the drive, but it's regained by Poland. Here we go. Roxana Dubika up the left-hand side of the field. Swung nicely by Poland. Much better transition than we saw at the very start of this game. And watch this, they're just going to hold it. A double, oh no, a single defender descending there. Lovely ball movement from Poland, just exquisite stuff. Look how far out the Spanish goalkeeper is. Oh, and she misses it. Unfortunate there, but they take home the win.
Yeah, what a game there by Poland. Trying to prove they could have definitely won that game after drawing the first time, and
definitely, you know, I think that shows they've just gone from strength to strength in this tournament, but also the fight that they came back from the Spanish. The Spanish initially had this, but just lost it in that third quarter when Poland came out fighting, absolutely dominating from the draw throughout this second half. They've really earned this win, and they should be very, very proud of themselves.
Oh, definitely. When you think about these two teams, who do you think is going to get MVP for both of these?
Let's have a look, shall we? Who did I say earlier? There was somebody, Natalia Kowalek for me. Number 22 from Poland gets it for some absolutely formidable defense from her and brilliant team-working ability to catch those slides nice and early. But yeah, she had some great 1v1s from her. But also Kenzie Strebe for her defensive work in setting up so perfectly. Also deserves an honourable mention, but Natalia Kowalek has it from me for Poland. What about you, Tim?
Personally, I'm going to go with Roxana Deviska. She, even though she only had 2 assists, no goals, she was 24 of 27 for draw control wins.
Unbelievable.
Which is unbelievable, yeah.
Absolutely unparalleled here. We've seen the likes of Annabelle Gersh, who is very, very strong, but her midfielders just don't support her quite as well. And they struggle to get the ball from the draw for her, but just Roxana Dubika and her midfielders, credit to them from the Polish team for getting that kind of midfield control that really makes a huge difference in this tens game. What about from Spain?
For Spain, I'm going to have to go with their top goal scorer, Catalina. She kept them in the game, scoring 10 points, 2 assists. But if I had to go defense, I probably would go with Sophia Rhodes. Just did great at transitioning. And yeah, overall, great day. Goalies, both of them had a less than 30% save rate, so not the best day for them.
But just shows the fantastic shooting that you get from both teams, able to put the ball away very effectively. But from Spain, Lucia Diaz-Macchia deserves that from me. Absolutely brilliant leadership from the defensive side of things from her. But let's see what each team give one another. You can see the cheers from both sides congratulating the other team for their performance today. Usually the captain gives a little bit of a speech that's personal to that game at the beginning before they do this. Unfortunately, I don't speak Polish or Spanish, so I can't help you there with what was said by the captains. MVP comes now. Let's see if they agree with us. We got the Scottish Wales ones completely right yesterday, so maybe we're going up in the world, Tim.
Yeah, 2-2. Let's see if we can go 4-4.
Marta Bravo going from strength to strength in this tournament
Marta
so far.
Definitely deserving of the MVP here.
I wonder what's in the bag. The little bags that they get. I want to know what's in there. Little goodie bags.
I actually peeked in there when I've been doing announcing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they just have small little goodies.
Number 4, you were correct.
Number 4, there we go. Yeah.
Roxana Dabika, fantastic draw control from her.
Yeah, exactly. She was on the Spanish coach's mind the entire game. They even tried to keep her outside of scoring position there just by keeping her in the middle section.
What were you saying? What's in the goodie bags when you had a peek, Tim?
There are just a few candies, a few things, just kind of trinkets and tokens mostly.
Oh, that's cute. Is that from the Czech Republic or is that from each team?
It's from the Czech Republic. Everybody gets the same thing.
They get the same thing. Oh, nice. That's super cool. Love that. They give that kind of thing. But yeah, Roxana Dabika, unbelievable. I don't think international tournaments, even at a senior level, I've ever seen such kind of dominant draw control from a player before. Definitely one to watch going forward, the future of Team Poland.
Yeah.
But that is the game. Poland running over to greet their fans now. They should be very, very proud of themselves with that performance, but also the Spanish have a lot to take away from this game. Their attack was much, much better from a settled perspective than we've previously seen in their games. You're really taking time to work with one another, much more diversity on the score sheet as well in terms of their assists and their ball movement, and absolutely formidable defense throughout this entire tournament that they can be very, very proud of. Just need to work on the transition and that fast break, and they will have the entire game sorted.
Oh yeah, definitely. Some quick info about the next game. We did have about a 30-minute delay because of some technical difficulties. So the Italy versus Ireland game will be coming at 12 p.m. So look out for that game coming up next.
So we will see you in just about an hour and a half's time. And joining me on commentary will be Campbell, who has been commentating quite a lot of the England-Wales games, but also commentated, I believe, did she do the Italy game with me yesterday, or is it might have been a different one? But she knows the Irish team very, very well. So it'll be Ireland versus Italy in just about an hour and a half's time at 12 p.m. here in Prague. It'll be very exciting to see how that game turns out for the two of them. And we will see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Annie Parker, joined today by...
And I'm Timothy Graham. Hope y'all had a good time.
Thank you so much. See you in a bit.
Si alguien vio un monstruo negro, ah, lo encontró.
Elena, Tucci, por favor.
Otra entrevista. Dale, Tucci. Esa Marta. I hear there's a player pass. There's a player pass.